It is the Chinese app taking the world by storm.
这家名叫 DeepSeek。
From Wall Street to Washington, DeepSeek is seen as a disruptor to the tech world order.
With the world of AI constantly evolving, it should come across as no surprise that there are some exciting new developments that are taking place as we speak. For starters, it looks as though the guys at DeepSeek are set to pip their competitors with a brand new model that is not just ahead of schedule, but looks to undersell OpenAI by as much as 40%. Then there is Alibaba's new video AI that has stunned the world by outclassing OpenAI's Sora. Boy, it looks as though OpenAI is in a bit of a rut, especially as while they are giving us new research tools and voice features, many are a bit perplexed by it because they are worried about how persuasive AI should be. What do you guys think? Well, let's see what these developments are really about, shall we? DeepSeek's new model. Things look to be picking up for DeepSeek in recent times, don't they? Not too long ago, they stole the headlines by launching their R1 model in January. This powerful reasoning model proved to be really exciting for us all, especially as it was trained at a fraction of the cost that companies such as OpenAI used to train their own models. Many turned their nose up at such assertions, with Google claiming that DeepSeek's claims are exaggerated, while OpenAI even went as far as claiming that DeepSeek was only able to achieve this because they had used distillation from ChatGPT's infrastructure. Seems like nobody really cares, because established names such as Microsoft have already added R1 to Azure AI Foundry.
Let's talk about DeepSeek, because it is mind-blowing and it is shaking this entire industry to its core. The emergence of DeepSeek now putting pressure on the U.S. tech names. We told you all about it last week in Davos. The buzz started growing about DeepSeek's latest AI model being more efficient.
As if this is interesting enough, it seems as though the guys at DeepSeek are eager to keep raising the bar in the world of AI, because they have recently announced their intention to release R2, the successor to R1, a lot sooner than they had initially planned. Earlier reports stated that they had planned to release this new and improved model after the month of May, but it looks as though they have pushed this plans to release the new model earlier than planned. What's more important than their plan to release the AI model before the month of May is that their brand new model is supposed to have improved coding capabilities than its previous model. Perhaps even more impressively, the R2 model is also believed to reason more effectively in languages other than English. Amazing, right? Especially as many other AI models only seem to be able to reason in English. Such a multi-language support could make DeepSeek a global force when it comes to the world of AI and indeed beyond. With that in mind, we are now left to wonder why DeepSeek looks to push the timeline for the release of their impressive new model. Maybe it's because they are trying to beat OpenAI to the punch as their new GPT-4, while the GPT-5 model is even further away than that. This would be one of many blows to OpenAI, because DeepSeek has already established that they can undercut OpenAI by a wide margin, whether or not they are able to do so by distillation.
It is a major breakthrough as the app shows its work, its reasoning. It answers users' prompts. I, by the way, was spent basically all weekend playing with it. It is the #1 app, I believe, on Apple right now. The product overtaking ChatGPT today as that on the App Store that way.
DeepSeek's pricing can be 40 times cheaper than that of OpenAI. This is huge because this has attracted the attention of small companies as well as the large ones as they want to integrate R1 into their offerings. With that in mind, these are exciting times for the guys at DeepSeek. Some claim that they are able to make this revolutionary AI model work because of the efforts of Liang Wenfeng, the founder of this Chinese AI company. Considered to be super introverted and low-key, it is believed that he was able to achieve billionaire status thanks to his quantitative hedge fund known as High Flyer. For starters, it's been noted that he runs it more like a research lab rather than a classic for-profit entity. This means that for starters, he makes sure that his employees earn top-tier salaries while working for him. It's been reported that some senior data scientists earn as much as 1.5 million yuan annually, almost double the 800,000 yuan their counterparts earn in other companies. Another thing that seems to benefit the guys at DeepSeek is that Wenfeng operates his company with a flatter corporate structure. This means that rather than making his staff work 12 hours from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week, workers at DeepSeek work 8-hour days. Then there's the passive investment made by High Flyer when it comes to AI research. Long before R1 came into existence, they had already invested 1.5 billion yuan into two supercomputing AI clusters in 2020 and 2021. Interestingly enough, one of these clusters was Firefly 2, which is made up of about 10,000 NVIDIA A100 chips. This is key because they were able to pull this off right before the US banned the exportation of such chips to China. What's also interesting about DeepSeek's cost-effectiveness is its use of methods such as mixture of experts, also known as MO, as well as multi-head latent attention, also known as MLA. When we talk about the use of MO, we're talking about the division of the model into specialized expert components so that it doesn't have to tap into the entire model for every single task. On the other hand, MLE allows the model to tap into different parts of an input at the same time so that it can pick out the most important details. This allows DeepSeek to compete with other bigger and more established models out there. With the support of the Chinese government and many big companies, there is every chance that they may achieve a ton of success. Sure, countries such as South Korea and Italy may be against the integration of the model due to fears for privacy and social integration, but only time will tell how long they can resist the pull of DeepSeek. Alibaba's open-source video foundation model. DeepSeek isn't the only thing OpenAI seems to be worried about these days. Meet Alibaba's open-source video foundation model, WAN 2.1. Right now, it seems to be outperforming OpenAI as Sora, and we're sure this has got Sam Altman and his guys all worked up. This is probably because it outclassed Sora on all benchmarks with its text-to-video, image-to-video, video editing, text-to-image, and video-to-audio submodels. They also have the WAN 2.112 v14v and the WAN 2.1t2 v14b models that can both generate videos at 480p and 720p. Alibaba has claimed WAN 2.1 can also handle complicated motions and realistic physics simulations. Don't take our word for it. Take the excellent metrics that it's posted on the vBench leaderboard. Thanks to the novel 3D causal V architecture with its feature caching mechanism for speed and the flow-matching framework within a diffusion structure, you'd see that this is one of the most powerful models out there today. With such a model out there, it seems as though OpenAI really has their work cut out for them these days. OpenAI's deep research tools. With that in mind, we know that Sam Altman and his workers are no slouches. Already they seem to be fighting back by expanding access to their deep research tool. At first, it was only available to subscribers at the cost of $200 per month. Now it is available to all ChatGPT users, teams, and enterprise. This is great because the deep research tool is a fantastic in-depth tool that is capable of generating detailed resource-extensive reports that can take anything between 5 to 30 minutes to generate its answers. Sure, it's slower, but the results are always more thorough than anything out there. So much so that it can even give you images. As great as this may be, free ChatGPT users may be disappointed to hear that they won't have access to this tool. This is due to the fact that it's super resource-heavy. Well, better get your checkbooks out because this could be the tool that could take your work that much further. How persuasive should AI be? As great as the deep search tool is, it hasn't stopped the worries on persuasion risks. A recent paper went into how the deep research model may be used to persuade or influence people's beliefs. The concerns are so prominent that it has delayed the launch of an API version of the deep research model. Right now, they are even re-evaluating how to test for real-world persuasion, with some focus being on how AI could produce extremely personalized content that could convince people to change their opinions. They also carried out tests to see if this model could even persuade the GPT 4.0 model to pay money or reveal a code word. With such issues coming into play, it's clear that OpenAI is being as cautious as possible before it reveals the deep search model to the world at large.